Oh, here we go.
My name is Will Shortz. I'm crossword editor of the New York Times and owner of the Westchester Table Tennis Center. Table tennis, or ping pong, was originated in England in the 1890s. It was a society sport. In the early days, people just took their dining table, stretched a net across, no matter what the size of the table, and you'd see, in Victorian pictures, you see pictures of ladies in full-length gowns and men in formal wear hitting the ball back and forth across the table. By the early part of the 20th century, the game had become a sport. People were starting to take it seriously. In 1927, there was a split between the people who owned the trademark on ping pong, which is Parker Brothers, and people who wanted to turn it into a sport. And so the name became table tennis at that point. And when we first started playing, it was 2 nights a week. And we built up to 3 nights a week, and then 4 nights, 5 nights, 6 nights. I love this game because it's just great exercise, first of all. It's a mental game. You're always using your brain to train your body to be in the right position and then think through strategy as you're playing a match. I like the social nature of the game. You can talk to your opponent between games and during a game. Many of my best friends now are in this club. It's cheap sport, you know. You get a $100 paddle and you're good for a long time. It's year-round, you know. It's for everybody. Kids play. We got members like 10, 11 years old up to the 80s. Men and women. We got a lady who's been on the U.S. Paralympic team in the Olympics for 6 times, who's a member of the club. So really, it's a game for everybody. There are a couple of special things about this club, the Westchester Table Tennis Center. First of all is we have a lot of interesting members. We have Stephen Canfor, who's a former editor of Time magazine and a best-selling biographer. There's Steve Zeitlin, who's founder and director of City Lore, and he is one of the leading folklorists in the country. Bob Mankoff is cartoon editor for The New Yorker. Rob Bernstein is one of the country's leading experts on autism and learning difficulties. I'm crossword editor at the Times. We just have a lot of interesting people. And partly I think this is because we live in a good place. Westchester County has a lot of interesting cultured people. And then I think the game, table tennis, attracts people who like to use their minds.
Roberts, 3-time Caribbean champion, top 25 in the US. This project started 2.5 years ago. Will and I was looking for a place to have a permanent table tennis spot, which Will didn't thought was possible. So Will started to put some bids on some properties in Terrytown. 8 months ago we found out that it's possible that we could have bought the property in Pleasantville. So we got this property and the whole process started there.
I bought a 50% interest in this building earlier this year, and it's about 40,000 square feet in the club and the building altogether. And 13,000 of it is devoted to table tennis. There's a daycare center, martial arts center, other things going on. And our goal is to make this one of the best table tennis clubs in the country.
It was a really hard intense 6 months. I had to be here every day, and I'm just happy to be a part of something. All the players love and enjoy, and now it's a success.
Oh, look at that suit, something fancy. Oh, I like the effort. You're going for it. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Our first point.